Buenos dias everybody, Dark Knight here. First things first, I'm going to show you guys how I did in the Kaiba Cup. I didn't do as good as I would like in Phase 2, but I did okay. This is my global ranking right here, 22,162. My top DP at one point was at 15,000. I was real proud of that, and I watched it just dwindle away. So DP finals was 9,815, and here are my details. 64 times dueled, victories 36, so I only had a winning percentage of 56, but I did win 5 times consecutively, so I'm not up there, you know. See, like some of these guys got really high up there, but as you can see, there's a gap. It's huge, but I did my best, and I still made it into second phase, and I'm real proud of myself. I did better than I did the last time I made it in second phase. So I only intend to improve, right? That's all you can do. That being said, I noticed a lot of top high-end decks, like Six Samurai, really top tier right now, especially with their trap card Duel. I saw a lot of Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon builds. I was weird. I think maybe one other person used an Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem build like I did. Still seeing a lot of Destiny Hero builds. Maybe I'll go into that one eventually. But I was seeing a lot of money builds is what I was seeing, and a lot of people put a lot of effort and money into getting the Six Samurai specifically and getting them up to snuff. I saw someone with 3 Keyzons an ultra rare alongside Chien. So you know he put a lot of money into it. And I mean, that's all fine and well. I put money into the game too, so I'm not going to judge. But it just got me thinking that maybe I should show some budget builds. And if that's the case, then I should try to showcase. And I'm going to go ahead and start with top 5 budget builds. And this is not going to go into them, and I will go into the decks individually as time goes along. But I just feel that the new people who play this game, or the people who do not want to spend money into the game and just want to use the in-game gems, more power to you. There are 5 decks that you can run without having to spend that much money, if any at all. And the number 5 is the first one. And I'm going to measure them based on skill, in my opinion, how well they performed, what I saw, and how effective they are till this day. This is just my trick on it, but we're going to go with number 5 being Ogamas. You can literally level up Chaz and get this entire deck without having to spend money at all, much less gems. This is probably one of the cheapest and easiest builds to run. Ogamas are really good. Their field spell says once per turn you can send 1 Ojama card to the hand graveyard, special summon 1 Ojama monster from your graveyard. While you control a face-up Ojama monster, switch the original attack and defense of all monsters on the field. They have 0 attack, 1000 defense. But their boss monsters, which Ojama Country will special summon, is 2500 defense and 0 attack. So whenever it swaps, it's 2500 attack. And then same with Ojama King. And they eat up field zones. So that synchro summon you're trying to go into, not going to happen because you only have 2 zones and you can't synchro summon with only 1 monster on your field. So they're really good. I tweaked it and put in a junk synchron, but as you can see, this is a pretty decent build, and I like them a lot. I think they're hysterical, and it's just always really nice to run into an Ojama, and or to just beat someone with Ojamas, because Chaz talks crap about it the entire time. So it's something you can definitely look into, and again, very, very affordable, very cheap. Number 4. Number 4 is actually going to be Morphotronics. Now, I put number 4 in, again, I'm going based on skill, affordability, and whatnot. You can use a lot of beginner gems and just gems to get all of what you need out of a single mini box. Whether you run 1 or 2 scope in, or you want to run 3, you can reset the box. You will eventually get enough gems to just reset that box that they come in. And it's just doable. If you run a self-on, maybe you won't run 2 scoping, however you decide to run it, but you can get enough materials and you can just dual Leo to get the rest of the monsters you really need to just run this entire deck. You don't have to put that much money or gems into it. You don't have to put any money into it at all. It's a really, really good deck. He has an ability that allows you to just I think it's this one. Yeah, that allows you to get the power of Duel Dragon. So you can run this really early on. Leveling him up also helps a lot. So again, this is one of those character-specific builds. So Power Duel Dragon is really good, and Power Duel doesn't, with its effect of revealing 3 equipped cards, add 1 to your hand, shuffle the rest back into your deck. It doesn't have to be Double Tool C and D. It doesn't have to be specific to Power Duel Dragon. It can be Acts of Despair if you have the Power of the Guardians, which I saw a lot of in this tournament. Power of the Guardians is a good one, and that's a normal. That's super easy to get. And then White Veil, which destroys all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. I mean, run only one of this if you run this risky because you take 3,000 damage, but still, there are options to search, and it doesn't have to be the super hard to get expensive equip spells. So, not the cheapest build like Ojamas, but Ojamas were number 5 only because of skill. Like, they're still not that much of a threat. They lose their field spell, they're entirely dead. So not as cheap as other decks in this list, but definitely something you could build and have a lot of fun of. And if you run it right, because these are all machines, I should be running pulse mines in here, which is right here, which has saved me and pushed me through this tournament. Pulse mines and Forbidden Chalice, some of my best cards. So machines always can run pulse mines, and if you can get a hold of that card, there you go. So it's just options, and it's a really good deck, and you don't have to put that much money into it, in my opinion. Moving on to number 3. So number 3 is going to be easily one of the most affordable decks I have available. And the deck you're seeing right now is definitely under construction. I'm tweaking with it still. I'm trying to make it just a little bit better, a little bit more consistent, and a little bit faster. I'll go into this one. This is easily one of my favorites, and it is Hazy Flames. Hazy Flames are easily one of the best decks in my opinion, and they're incredibly affordable. Most of them are rares. I know Hazy Flame Sphinx is at the card trader. I know Perry, Hippogriff, and they're all here. I'll even show you where to get them. Dawn of Destiny. And I know a lot of people are going for this Sacred Phoenix with right now with the U-Bell. So people are probably picking it up. So you can maybe pick up half that deck as well. But this is just easily one of the better decks out there. Right now, especially since 6 amps are all over the place, the biggest thing with advantage that these cards have is your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Here it is. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. There it is right there. And guess what? Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. So, what does that nullify? That nullifies enemy controller. That nullifies Chalice. So, I'm going to activate Hazy Flame Sphinx effect. I'm going to try to chain Chalice. Not on Hazy Flame Sphinx. You can't target her. And I love Chalice. So, there you go. Can't deal with that. And the monsters that you want to special summon them from the hand. So, monster effect can't be negated. You're going to want you're gonna avoid Six Samurai's best card, which is Dual Wield, and that targets 2 cards on the field. Well, you're not losing your monsters, and you don't care about your spell support. So it's just a wicked awesome deck with that. The only issue is that I think their strongest monster is sitting at a nice 2200 attack. So Beatdown is a must. You should be running Beatdown. I've seen people run this deck with Mai's ability, which is Aroma Strategy, which allows you to know which your top card is going to be, so you can look and then you can call it with Hazy Flame Sphinx and special summon. I like it, but I think you should just run the build with enough monsters to not really care, and you should be running with the Beatdown ability. Level 5 or higher monsters on your side of the field gain 300 attack for each level 5 or higher monster. I've explained this ability beforehand with my original 6 Samurai build, so don't need too much explanation to that. With Beatdown, these cards are incredibly strong and incredibly powerful without being able to target. Your real major only fear is Drowning Mirror Force, because you're going to tribute summon them. So, and I mean, you might run into a Void Trap hole, but I'm the only one I think I've seen use it. Drowning Mirror Force is probably going to be the biggest thing that you're going to run into, and as long as you play anti-magic arrows, you're gold. I'll get into the deck a little more specific as to how to play them faster when I figure the best combo with that. This is easily one of the best decks out there in my opinion, and it is incredibly affordable. So, number 3. Moving to number 2. So my number 2 is actually going to be Despots. These guys are incredibly new, and they're just cute to boot. Look at that, he's so adorable. He's got like that little pen gun, and this one's got a little, another little, what is that, a mechanical pencil into the pen gun. He's got a lightsaber. Is that Attack on Titan stuff? Look at that. I'm assuming it's lead, but still it's funny. This one's got a pair of scissors. He's coming for you. And this one's got a, what is that, a ruler and a protractor? That's adorable. So to obtain these guys is actually relatively easy. They came into the newest box, which is Warriors Unite. And this is where the 6 Samurais come in. So if you're trying to dig for 6 Samurais, you probably already have this build. Honestly, you probably already have the deck if you were trying to dig for 6 Samurais. And they're incredibly good. 6 Samurais, they might be able to stop your monster effects, but you can't stop, your spell and trap cards, you can't stop monster effects. And this guy just does not care. As long as you send one of him to the graveyard, you're going to steamroll something. They do have a tuner, so they can synchro summon, and they have a boss monster. And look at that. Their best card is a rare. And, it's a really good deck. And it's a really, really, really good deck. Or easy to grab. I love that Konami's made really good decks like this, and they're not even trying to be like cash grabs. You want to be competitive, you just gotta find the right deck to do it, and Despots is definitely one of them. I will make a more fine-tuned build about this, and we'll go over it in more detail. But number 2, Despots. And so that leaves our number 1 spot, which is going to definitely be the Arrow Mages. Now the Arrow Mages look like cute little girls, and they definitely run Rose Lover, and they're, one of their best friends is a Carrot. But my girlfriend runs this deck, and I dropped a Destiny Hero Plasma on her, and she was just like, "Hey, enemy controller, have you heard of our Lord and Savior Carrot?" And I'm still salty about it. So definitely a deck to look into. Their biggest boss monster right now is Bergamot. And she is nothing to sneeze at, and she does piercing. And if you have Rosemary on field, she's unaffected by monster effects. They have a triple draw engine that you can just run, spam like crazy. As long as, and then they gain effects by gaining life points. And the best thing about this deck is its affordability. Right here, it's all at the card trader. Granted, you gotta wait some time, but it's all, she's a super rare at the card trader. She's an ultra rare at the card trader. Bam, card trader, card trader, card trader, card trader. You don't have to run the Carrot. Don't have to run the Rose Lover. I choose to run Junction Prawn, but you don't have to. And Rose Lover is at the card trader, so you should be, but you don't have to, but you should be. Your hardest thing to get is actually probably going to be the Carrot, and that's in Rampage of the Forest. So there you go. And that's if you decide to run the Carrot. The Carrot's good, but she's meant to be better for synchro. It's just, he can be decent. He can be really, really solid. But Bergamot's going to be your focus, and again, card trader. And then their field spell at the card trader as a normal. It's like dirt cheap to get it. So anything you run with this, as long as you're just using that, it's all mostly at the card trader. So it's practically for free, and it's such a good engine. if you run it with Mark of the Dragon Foot from Akiza, which you get by just unlocking her, boom, Copy Plant, so you can Synchro Summon, which is when that carrot comes in handy, and Black Rose Dragon, which is Black Rose Dragon. I will get into this card. This card is amazing, but there you go. And we don't even have her in the box yet, so plants, ability, all of that. You're going to run all this, and it is a plant deck, so it's just a super solid deck. You can get real aggro with it. You can get, you can focus on gaining the life points and not care anymore. You can just, however you feel to play this one. There's a lot of ways to play it, and I like them all. This deck is super solid and super good, and I think this is something a lot of new people should be focusing on. That and Hazy Flames and Dust Spots. Those should be the 3 you focus on. But I named 5 because I wanted there to be 5, and I absolutely love Odamas, and they should be in any list. So that's my top 5 for running, pretty basic builds and really affordable builds. And, we'll get into them soon enough, but that's my 2 cents on it. Alright, so I'm going to end the video here. We're going to start dueling again soon. Appreciate you guys for watching this. It really means a lot to me. See you guys in the next episode. Hasta luego.